Hey, what's up, everybody? Ignay here. Just gonna do a quick island update and with an explanation and an apology included. So we'll get right into it. All right, guys. So like I said, gonna just do a quick island update. Before we get into that usual shenanigans, this video is sponsored by AppCoins. We're using my code IGNATA. You can get anywhere from 5 to 65% off all in-game purchases. It's a great way to save some money with the constant pay-to-win events that we have going on, as well as save money in buying your seed and fungi or stam or anything like that. So again, that's IGNATA. Full description will be down below in the description down below, as well as a link to my Discord and other things. We'll be doing another podcast soon, just trying to find a guest that would join us so that we're not being repetitive with our podcast. We did one live, I think last week in Umbrus room. We'll try to set one up again at some point in time for doing that and do a video recorded version of it as well. So, all right, we'll get into what we got going on here, and I'll explain why I have to give an apology and an explanation. So, as you can see, we got pretty much forced out. It's been kind of a bit ridiculous. Let me start off by saying that H2K and ROP have been great allies. I have no problems with them whatsoever. They came, they fought. Honestly, this is a battle we just cannot win. It's pretty ridiculous. And I'll explain that one as well. In comparison to them, we have basically one alliance that was able to wipe out all three of us simultaneously. And it's been a little bit ridiculous, to be honest. None of us really have a whale that's even comparable. So if you look, this M guy from MIB, an absolute freaking beast. None of us have a whale even closely comparable. Even with me, and I'm pretty sure with even with Rope's whale, it was basically 2 rallies just to knock out one of his units, and then they were flooding with 80, 90 behind it. So I had said it in another room that we basically had no whales to compare. That's what I mean. This Dark Lord guy, he's very strong too. I think me and Hackstore, I believe, were pretty much the only ones that kind of go 2-hit with him to be able to deal with him, but their alliance was just extremely active as well. So that made it for a very hard fight. So now I have to get into the apology and explanation part. First off, when I was talking in other chats and such, I in no way meant any disrespect to ROP or H2K. I grew up in an age before there was even texting, so my written word is very bad. I'm more of a vocal person. Some things were said that were taken out of context. The first one being that I had said that there were some questionable things about the Allies. And what I meant, and I quickly corrected, was that some of the tactics I found questionable. We were kind of trying to use the same tactic throughout the whole island, and I didn't think that it was viable, which I had mentioned to him. So when I had said that, it was meaning that the tactics were a bit questionable, that we should have swapped it up and tried something fresh and new. That got taken out of context. Again, I have absolutely nothing against ROP or H2K. They're all amazing people. They've been great to play with. It's just the way I text is not the way I talk. So that was the first misunderstanding. And I just touched on this briefly just a minute ago, but I'd also said that there was no whales in any of the allies, and what I meant by that is comparable to our enemies, especially this M guy. Um, there is nobody comparable. There's nobody that can go hit for hit with either MIB or HOT's main um, whales. Dark Lord was probably the only one that was closer to where we can kind of handle, but it honestly was just a mess all the way around. Um, which brings it to honestly, the matchmaking for these islands is a little bit ridiculous because with somebody that is that strong with that active an alliance where it's literally one person that could wipe out all three alliances was a bit ridiculous. They really should work on that. But then to pair two different alliances with that didn't help. And yeah, as far as my alliance, we did what we did. We did okay. Protection times didn't really match up with most of the American side of us because our protection time was right when most of the Americans are working. So it really only gave a few hours of real gameplay to be able to do anything. So, which didn't really help. I mean, I know myself, I was only able to play usually half an hour a day, if that, which did leave us kind of low, really low, as far as the kill side of things. Perhaps that'll go up as we're going to continue fighting, regardless, because that's just how Ash is. But anyway, that's the quick update, explanation, and apology. We'll see you in the next one. Aiden is out.